Hello everybody, this is Toys R Us, and for this special video showcase we're going to be looking at the new Netflix War for Cybertron trilogy, Bumblebee. So what we'll do with this video, we'll have a quick look at the packaging that he comes in, we'll then take him out of the box, we'll have a look at the accessories that it comes with him, we'll have a look at the figure itself, we'll do a bit of comparisons with the Generation 1 original and the Titan's Return, so the last one that was released of him, and then of course we'll transform him into his other mode and have a look at him in that mode. And of course as well then have a few more comparisons. Okay, let's get started. So this is, as I say, the new figure. It is from the War of Cybertron trilogy, and it is of course in line with the Netflix series that is obviously on the Netflix channel. Now you've got different coloured packagings of the normal Earthrise and Siege. However, you've still got the same artwork. They've just got different, as I say, different colours with it. There is a picture of him on the back. That's looking like it might be quite complicated with the fact that it's got 20 steps just to transform him into his beetle. So we're going to have a look at that in a second. And then we've got some nice artwork there on the side. So there he is. He looks like a really good figure, to be fair. He does look quite small. He is, I believe, a retool of the Earthrise Cliff Jumper. I don't own one of them, but I've read that he is, and he does look very similar. And let's be honest, that's what they do a lot of the times with the figures. So let's take him out. Now, there we go. He looks super duper new and shiny. The only reason I'm saying that is because I did collect wave 1 of the Earthrise figures as well. And a lot of them were battle damaged. Some of the other figures in the deluxe range, they're battle damaged as well. Let's see what else is in this packaging then. So this is one of the main reasons why I'm collecting these. Again, I keep trying to not buy the new figures, but some of them are just that good. And we've got here another piece of Teletran 1. And yes, it is unfortunately flimsy cardboard, but when it's all built up, I'm sure it's going to look fantastic. So there we go. He does come with a piece of Teletran 1. We've got the usual extremely large instructions as they are now, and it looks like he's got a few accessories with him. So he's got a large gun and something else, attachment, and the 2 things on the bottom there as well. So there he is. What I'm going to do right now then, I'm going to just quickly take him out of his packaging and we'll come straight back. Right then, so we've taken him out of his packaging, and as you can see in front of him, he's got quite a few accessories. Now with these accessories, there's multiple ways you can use them. So you've got these 2, I suppose they could be called individual blasters, and they can be exactly that. You can put one in each hand if you want, just like so. He's also got the back of the beetle there, which comes attached when you take it out of the box, but you can actually take it off and use it as a shield as well. I'll do that for you in a second. With regards to the actual figure, the articulation points in it, there's loads. I mean, you've got movements, of course, with these newer figures in the shoulders, in the bicep, in the wrist, in the knees, in the legs, in the ankles. I mean, absolutely everywhere. There really is loads and loads of articulation, which you'd expect with these newer figures of today. And he does look very, very good. Let's just quickly show you something else that you can do with these accessories then. So you can make a larger cannon out of it all. You can just connect this in there, and the same here. And you can leave it like that if you wanted to, and then you can even attach these bits either side, and then you've got a much larger mounted gun, and of course he can hold this as well. So he really has got a loads of arsenal with him, to be fair, which is good. And of course the main thing means that you can now hold all of the parts in his robot form. So if you do decide to keep him in robot form, you haven't got to worry about losing any of the pieces. So it looks good for that reason. While we've got him here there quickly then, we've got the original Generation 1 Bumblebee there. So you can see obviously he's much bigger, and we already know that there's loads more articulation than that. And the head sculpt obviously is really, really good. It is a great homage to Generation 1's cartoons. But what I've also got is the last, I suppose, sort of figure, the last figurine released under the Generations line, and that is the Legends one from 2016, the Titan's Return. So he's only a fraction bigger than that. I know there's a load of hoo-ha about among fandom of the fact that he is basically just a bit bigger than a Legends scale figure. However, the detail in him is much more, and he's got more articulation points. So he is a good figure, and I think obviously all the accessories and things that come with him is their main selling point. But there he is in robot mode then. What I'm going to do right now, so it doesn't spoil it for yourselves, I'm going to transform him into his alternate mode, and then we'll come back again. Okay, so here he is in his alternate mode, and I've got to say that I'm very impressed with this. I really am. I was really surprised as well, actually, that although it was 20 steps, it was quite simple, but it's so good. Everything's all clipped together really nicely, even to the point that the fists there at the back hold the whole back part of the car in place. It's just a really clever, really ingenious idea. You've got, again, translucent plastic in the front windows. Again, fantastic. It's really good. Before I show you some extra bits that you can do as well, which I think is just another brilliant added bonus, here of course is the original one, so much bigger. I know it looks like there's a big gap there, but everything's all fit in really nicely. It's a great alternate mode, and it is really clever, as I've just said. So if you wanted to have this and still manage to keep all the parts safe before you so you didn't want to lose it and display it in car mode, what you can then do is you can take this bit that was the back of the gun, you can fold this out, and then you can see there's a hole right there, so you can pop this in the back. I mean, this is how clever it is. Look, there's two tiny little notches there, and they're going to fit right in the hands as well, so you can press that in there, clip them all in. That just fits nicely. And I know you think, well, how's that going to drive now, because it's all at the bottom. But then if you take the two struts off the side, you can then put them into the wheels like so, and then the same on the other side, and then you can attach, here we go, the larger guns. There's little slits inside the black there, and then this will just rest on top of that, so you've got a lovely little, I suppose, attack alt mode as well. There we go. So it's got the skis at the front and the blasters at the back. That's a brilliant little, it's not even on the box obviously, that it's in the instructions, so I haven't made that up. It's in the instructions, it's right there, so you can see how you put all the parts in there. You can also see how you can attach the cannon to the back of the car as well. There's so many things you can do with this. I'm going to show you a few more things in a second when I transform him back, but there it is, obviously with the cannon on. I'll do that for you in a second. And then of course we've got all the different ways we can put it into the robot mode, which again I will come back and show you in a second. So the instructions are really good. You haven't got to search the internet to find all these. They are there right in front of you, which is good. But there you go, there's another bonus mode. The colour is brilliant. Obviously the colour is very cartoon accurate as well, I think, so I do like it very much. I'm now going to, in fact I might as well try and do it while we're talking here on camera. So I'm taking these bits apart, and then as I've said, the whole back is held in place here. I'm going to do this, it's all stiff because it's all brand new, and then you can take the back off. You can see there the hands are just holding it in place. So if I lift this out as so, that's the problem with these new toys, they are so new. And then what we can do, we're going to then attach the larger weapon to it. So I'm just going to build it all up again quickly, save wasting time, we'll come straight back with it. Okay then, so I've quickly built up the cannon, and there it is. That's exactly the same as it was earlier when I put it in his hands. And what I've done is I've took off the hood, and again, this is how clever it is. You can see there where you've got the two hands, which the holes are going to go there. So instead of having the hands at the bottom, you're just going to quickly bring these up and turn them round. So that's how they were initially, to hold the hood in place if you want it to be the vehicle with the normal back. But of course we're going to power it up now. So we've turned the two fists and they're resting at the top. There's also a lever inside here for when you want to use it as a shield, which I'll show you again in a second when we put him back in the robot mode. There's now a slot there on the back of there. So what you do with this is you just slide this into position on there, and now this is where it's genius. So there's them two holes, and there's the two fists at the back, so you can now just slot that in there, and there you go. You've got an awesome cannon mode. But again, it's all in the instructions. None of this is on the back. I don't understand why. There's so many things you can do with it. Again, really impressed. So there he is in his sort of cannon mode vehicle. So again, what I'll do now, just to finish off, I'll transform him back into his robot mode, and then show you the different ways that you can attach the rest of his weapons, and including the hood as a shield as well. So there he is, cannon mode in the vehicle. Brilliant. Right then, so coming back the final time, as you can see, I've transformed him back into his robot mode, and I've took the hood off the back before. It was on the back before when you had a look at it, so it's a nice sturdy robot. And of course I've showed you the fact that there's a little tab here which you can bring around, and now this can then be used as a shield if you want. And then of course you can then put the large cannon in his hand like so, and you've got, I suppose, an artillery mode Bumblebee. But you can probably tell actually, and I was quite surprised as I was making this video, just how good he is. He's very, very good. I obviously have no basis on comparing him to the Cliff Jumper one because I didn't have it, so it was a nice surprise for me to do this. So yeah, really impressed with him. I'm liking all these little Netflix lines, to be honest. I've got the rest of them all here to do videos with individually, and then of course I'll do a collection as well, hopefully with the complete Teletran one built as well. So there you go, this was a quick look at the Netflix Bumblebee, War for Cybertron. And please leave your comments and your like button, and of course if you're not already subscribing, hit that subscribe button for me right now. And there you go. Of course, all of you, please take care.